Hello my gorgeous plant people, welcome back to Rooting Mindfully. My name is Yana and today we are talking peace lilies. Hey guys, like I said, so today we are talking peace lilies and I just wanted to go ahead and show you my peace lily collection and just tell you a little bit about how I take care of these plants. Okay, so before I go ahead and show you my peace lilies, I just want to give a little bit of background. And so peace lilies actually are plants that grow on the forest floor, and so with this they are used to getting dappled light as well as consistent watering, and so that's what we should keep in mind when we're adding peace lilies to our homes. And so with that, I just wanted to show you guys my peace lilies. I do have three peace lilies at this moment, and the first peace lily that I have is the domino peace lily. This plant is so beautiful. I love the leaves. I'm sure if you guys watched my videos where I first got this plant, I was telling you about the texture of the peace lily domino, and it just has a very interesting texture. As you can see, you can probably see it up close there, but it kind of feels almost like wilted spinach. But this is just such a beautiful plant, and it does have stripes of variegation, especially when given enough lighting. Mine is still a little bit of a baby, and that's why it's a little bit tiny. But like I said, this is just a gorgeous plant, and I'm really enjoying it. I can also insert some pictures of the peace lily domino so that way you guys can see what a more mature plant looks like. The next peace lily that I have is actually the Peace Lily Platinum Mist, and this peace lily I hadn't planned on adding to my collection, but when I saw it on, I think it was Plantarina's website, I just thought it was one of the most beautiful peace lilies. I actually also saw it in one of her videos when she was talking about peace lilies, and it is just such a gorgeous plant. When it fills in, it's going to look even more beautiful, so I'll definitely have to show you guys what it looks like as it fills in. And then the most exciting thing about my Peace Lily Platinum Mist is that it's actually started to bloom. And I know a lot of people don't care about the blooms, but they do actually let you know that the plant is receiving enough light. So I know that where I have this plant, it is receiving the good amount of light. And the peace lily is just such a beautiful plant. They are very green, but as you give the Peace Lily Platinum Mist more light, it does come in more silver. As you see on this leaf here, it'll come in a lighter green and have a little bit of silver in the leaf as well. And the last peace lily that I have in my collection, I actually won't bring it here, but I'll enter some clips and videos so that way you guys can see it. And it is my Peace Lily Sensation. It is the biggest peace lily that I have. I actually found it at Lowe's, and I did a video on that as well. But this peace lily is just so beautiful. I love the broad leaves that come out of this plant. It's always putting out a new leaf. Mine is actually also blooming at the moment, and I think it actually started blooming because I did have all of my peace lilies outside this summer, but the crazy thing is that they actually started blooming when they came back inside. And so it's not always about lighting because they were getting tons of light outside, but there's other factors in that go with it, which we'll also go over. But the Peace Lily Sensation is my favorite peace lily out of all the ones that I own. And I think that's just because it's just such a nice full plant with just these huge broad leaves, and it just, I don't know, I just cannot stop looking at it. But anyway, as far as the care for peace lilies, they really do have a different range of lighting that they can take. As far as lighting, they can be grown in low light. They can tolerate low light. That doesn't mean they'll be able to thrive in low light, but they'll do well in that. And they can even take like medium to bright light. And so if you have like a north facing window, or if you're like me and you have a northeast facing window, those work fine with the peace lilies. I actually have my domino peace lily in front of my northeast facing window, and that's where it does pretty well. And then as far as my other peace lilies, they're a little bit further from the window, but they're under my grow lights. So you can also grow your peace lilies under grow lights. Just make sure that you don't have them too close to the grow light, so that way you don't burn them, because their leaves are pretty prone to burning. In fact, when I put my Peace Lily Sensation outside, a couple of the leaves did get a little bit of a burn, but as it acclimated, it did well outside. And in fact, I even got really broad leaves outside. As far as lighting, you just want to make sure that you're giving your peace lilies enough light. Just because they can grow in low light doesn't mean you want to give them no light. And if you're concerned about giving your peace lilies enough lighting, when they do bloom, that's when you know your peace lilies are getting enough light. You'll start to get bigger leaves as well. And so just because you're not necessarily a bloom person, just making sure that you have enough light to get blooms also will ensure that your plant is getting the right optimum amount of light. As far as watering, I think watering is probably the hardest thing with peace lilies, and that's just because a lot of people try to keep peace lilies on a schedule, and I'm here to tell you, when it comes to their watering, there is no schedule for peace lilies. Especially when I have my peace lilies outside, I could water them one day and they would be thirsty in another day or two. And even when I bring them inside, I have to water them very frequently. And in fact, I think I actually have to water my domino peace lily. I also always use a moisture meter when checking all of my plants, but I just stick the moisture meter in the soil. And as you can see, the moisture meter is reading 0, so it definitely needs water. If I had let it go any more than this, it would start drooping. A lot of people do use that as an indication for, when the plant needs to be watered. I wouldn't do that all the time, just because the more you do that, the harder it will be for the plant to bounce back. But when I am on top of my watering for my peace lilies, I do water them when the moisture meter is at the 3. And so when you're looking at the moisture meter, the 3 is when it just starts to get dry. So I try to keep mine at the 3 or the 4 mark, so that way the peace lily is staying consistently moist. And so that's what you want to do, is keep your peace lilies consistently moist and not wet. So if you're at the 4, then that's when you know your peace lily is in a good range for moisture. So I definitely need to go ahead and water this one. So like I said, with peace lilies, there's no such thing as a watering schedule. I mean, you could try to water your peace lilies like a Wednesday and a Sunday, but they do dry out very frequently and you will start to see them droop. But for the most part, when they start to droop, you can water them and they'll bounce back. As far as temperature, peace lilies are not, they do not like the cold. So I would recommend that you keep your household temperature at least 65 degrees, and then hopefully you don't make it go any higher than about 85 degrees. Like I said, I kept mine outside this summer, and especially they were outside during the heat wave, so we were having temperatures even above the 90s, and my peace lilies were wilting, but obviously they made it through. I wouldn't recommend for you guys to, tempt fate, but, if you keep it, like 85 temperature, they should do really well. They really love being in temperatures above 70, of course, because they are tropical plants, but anything from 65 to 85 will be good. And I think that's actually why they started to bloom when they came back in, because I'm able to regulate my temperature as well as the humidity for them in my home. As far as humidity, peace lilies do love humidity. I would recommend that you have normal household humidity levels, at least 40 to 50%. If you can do at least 60%, your peace lilies will really love that as well. My humidity is always hovering between 65 and 70%. It does tend to go higher, like 75%, but then I will go ahead and open up all my windows and doors, because I'm really trying to keep my humidity below 70% to decrease any chances of having mold in my home. And then as far as fertilizing, peace lilies are definitely not huge fertilizers, which was shocking to me. You could get away with just fertilizing them twice a year. I don't even remember the last time I fertilized my peace lilies, to be honest. And I normally try to fertilize them at least once a month, but I have been a little bit slacking on that just with my new job and everything. But at least once a month is good for the peace lilies, and they will be really happy with that. As far as propagating, they do well with, if your peace lily gets really big, you can go ahead and divide them, and so that way you can create smaller pots of peace lilies. They do have a very robust root system, so I would definitely go ahead and recommend dividing them if your peace lily gets to be too big. And then as far as pests, I haven't seen too many pests affecting the peace lilies. I am currently having a little bit of thrip here and there, but even with a thrip, they're not really damaging my peace lilies. They look to be like a pretty hardy plant. And so that's the only pest that I've seen so far is thrip. I'm sure if you don't water your peace lilies according to how they want to be watered, you'll also be dealing with some spider mites, because spider mites also are attracted to plants who tend to dry out too much and are often stressed. So that would definitely fall into the category of peace lilies. But yeah, as long as you keep your peace lily consistently moist, you give it a good amount of light. And like I said, if you are aiming just to see if your peace lily will bloom, even if you don't like the bloom, that's a good indication of your peace lily getting enough light. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was very helpful. Like I said, I'm going to include some clips of my peace lilies. I've had my peace lilies growing inside as well as outside, and they've liked both conditions. I noticed that as a whole, the more light that my peace lilies get, the more broader the leaves are, the better the variegation is. You just have to be careful not to give the peace lilies too much direct light, because that will go ahead and burn the leaves. And that's just simply because the leaves are so thin, they can be easily damaged by too much light. So that's what you want to keep in mind. But yeah, comment down below if you guys had peace lilies or if you had difficulty with peace lilies. I'm very interested to know. And as always, I just want to thank you guys for liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.